Bada bing, bada boom. Monday, here we go. Listing show. Always say the same thing. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I will not have a show tomorrow. I have family stuff, so I won't be able to make it. But we'll do today. And let's just get started as I always do, showing my store. Sales of, it's funny, there's like a lot of kind of conspiracy theories about like your store getting turned on and off, and so my store kind of was off for a while, except for one. I think that's one sale, and then got kind of turned on again, which is kind of funny. Not great sales, but okay sales. Hey, Chop Chop, is your weather beautiful in England? We're definitely now in glorious, sunny, warm weather, so it's really nice. I actually went to garage sales for the first time this Saturday. So I have a couple things I'm going to show. I'll just show them in a bit. And since it's about listing, you get listing. Skylanders, another big bag of them. I have a few of these I have set up, but I think this is it for the day for these. There's 18 of these guys. And I didn't put the type down, but hopefully it won't take long to figure that out. So as I'm thinking here. Okay, so Skyland, actually I'll use my old one. You know, one thing about like you guys in England, you have access to like really good old antiques. Now I know just because something's old doesn't mean it's valuable, but I don't know. It's just kind of cool. Like you know, years and years and years and years of history. It built up over a while, right? Not only just in terms of like antiques, but also architecture and history. And you know, it's always a case of things are, you know, always greener on the other side of the fence, so to speak. But I think I would have been really happy growing up in England. Okay, so these Skylanders, I think they're giants because they had the orange bottom. I'm gonna make sure. Slower. In there. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I don't think any of these lots I've put up have sold yet. So yeah, that's great. It might be a little too hopeful on the prices, really. And today is D21. I guess I should do the real pictures too, right? Hey, Stacia. Hey, Barbara. The Phillies live to pop in. Hey, thanks for coming in. Say hi. So Philly's on now, eh? Because it's like I was gonna send him a message on one of his videos. It's like, is he doing the lives anymore? Like, or am I just not getting notified of them? Or he's taking a break? So he's doing it at the same time, eh? Well, what can I say? I'll send him a message. Or it doesn't matter. Okay, here we go. And I'm asking 49. And it's going to be heavy. I'm not going to keep track during the show of how much the value is because I don't really think people really care. I think hopefully people are using this as background noise or just like occasional bolo or stuff like that. Because that's usually what I use the other people's videos for. I sold at a car boot yesterday, and there are always house clearance guys and dealers selling. Always some good stuff if you know your niches. Yeah, that's what I really enjoy is that I couldn't, like for me, I couldn't niche down because I would get bored. But there's always more and more and more stuff to learn, which is great. For me especially, because I'm terrified of becoming bored. So this is what I've sold before. I think it was $6. Unfortunately, someone opened it, but I honestly don't think it was actually used. And what this is you can send messages via your license plate to people behind you, which is like the worst idea ever. But I sold it before, so we're going to do it again. And for the last time I sold this, though, it was new. This one isn't new. E-plate. So that's enough. I'm going to go sold. Obviously, I'm going to have to be more specific. So I'm not like a early morning riser, and I know with a lot of those garage sales you have to be. But I know there's good deals out there, so I made myself go. Here we go. This is good. Brand new sealed. So I lost $49 because it was opened. I think I bought it for $6. So, and this is going to be, I'm going to guess, in between. Not quite that one, but and I'll have to write a description here. Package has been opened, but I don't believe it was actually ever used. Enough. Let's put used because I really don't know, but like I said, I think it's new. And this can go in here. Give me that. Took the photos today. Or did I not take the photos? Oh, okay, Cracker Jack. Didn't take the photos. Okay. I'm gonna just double check. If that seems weird to me. I might not have downloaded them. No, I didn't take them. Bummer. Okay, so we'll save it later. Thankfully, it's just a couple of photos. Should be quick. Just more annoying. How's your week going, everyone? My week has been like today and Mondays. I don't go thrifting or anything. So today I had to pack a whole bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, I had 3 teacups. Well, 2.5 teacups I have to ship to one person. I haven't packed that yet because I'm just avoiding it. But there was one really nice big camera, like a big video camera. I didn't make a ton of money off of it, probably $25 maybe at most. But it was taking up a lot of my storage space, so I'm kind of glad to see that go. Hey, Ping. California, yes. Hey, we have kind of California-like weather today. Good for me, at least. Okay, next. So when I picked this up, I thought it was new. But I see that they have it's been stapled. So I'm wondering if the plastic came off and they restapled it. So, but it looks like it was never opened. So it might be kind of the same description as the last thing I was trying to list, where it's been opened but never actually opened. So let's go here. So for garage sales, the one thing I find frustrating is I'm a bit of a cherry picker. I don't like getting lots of smaller stuff that I don't know the value of, and I find that it's not necessarily a great fit with garage sales, but it's you find so many great deals that it's silly not to do them, even if And you know, like getting up in the morning, like I complain about that kind of as a joke, really, but um, you know, it does feel kind of good getting up that early, and then you still have most of your day left. Okay, I'm just gonna ask a bit more. Um, the thing I don't like is there's a lot of guys and women too who are obviously buying, going around to resell, and they can be not aggressive in terms of like aggressive against you or the sellers, but just aggressive driving, and it makes me a little nervous because they're trying to zip from spot to spot. So I'm not really a fan of that. Okay, I believe it has opened since the plastic is old. However, it appears it was never taken out. I wonder if there's a no. There's so I can say used. So I'm not gonna have a show tomorrow because I have family stuff tomorrow, picking up my parents from the airport and all that. So that's right during the time of the show. So no show tomorrow. You know, the good thing about the shows is it has been making sure I have stuff ready. So I do enjoy that. Okay, D21. There we go. List it. One thing that's actually changing is July 1st, they're adding sales tax in Canada to eBay for non-registered eBay sellers like me, which in effect means my prices are going to go up to Canadians about 13% than what they were because that's our tax rate. Now, a lot of my sales are actually to United States, so it won't make a difference there. I'd say about 75% of my sales now are to the United States. Um, and really only increases my price is if I was competing against someone who was collecting GST. So it's not going to make a big difference to me. I don't mind playing an equal playing field either. But the one thing that I might do is register for GST because if you register to collect it, then you can claim it when you buy items for reselling. And in the past, I just didn't want to deal with that. And now it might be worth it because, you know, I pay a 13% tax. The only issue with that, and I don't know if anyone knows a better way, is how do you claim that without it being a pain in the butt when you're trying to do your receipts? Because, like, when I do my accounting, I see the total from my receipts. It doesn't, like, the receipts do, you know, has the tax separated. But for the accounting on my credit card, it just shows the total. So I had to kind of work back and just take out the tax part from all of my receipts. That's a pain in the butt. But, you know, 13% isn't nothing either. And what I could do is just do the math, I guess, to determine what 13% is, like what the tolls are. Because mostly where I'm buying from is places like Value Village that does charge taxes. The places that don't charge taxes is Salvation Army, but I so rarely buy off Salvation Army that those few receipts that are the exceptions wouldn't be that big a deal for me. So, anyways, I'll have to think about that. Money is money. Okay, so tarot cards. Pay $10 for that. This one, spell deck. So hopefully it's worth it. Witch's Brew, and these are in excellent condition. Tarot cards, I love them. This is when I find out if I screwed up or not. Spell deck. else? Brand new. Let's see. Right now I'm thinking $29.99, even though. Okay. Pre-owned. New. $200. That's when someone just looks at what someone else is offering or asking for and just goes, let's see if I can get the same. Okay. I'm very comfortable now with $29.99. So pricing is always going to be a bit of a guessing game. I'm kind of looking at this one here. So actually, I'm going to go up to $34.99, and I'm just going to check Terapeak. Let's write that down before I forget. There was one. Never do auctions for common items. Someone got $100. Okay. That was probably a new pack. I would kind of wish maybe there is a way of doing that where I wish that you could just see if it was new or not. I'm going to have to. I know you can do the condition filter here, but it'd be nice to have it in a column. I'll take a look later. Maybe there's a way of doing that because that would speed things up. Oh yeah. So this is annoying. Why is it way over here? Now, what happens if I click it? I wonder if it's because I have it. No. Uh-oh. I know Dawn sent me a message saying that she was getting this bug. So this is a problem. Okay, well, this is going to slow things down. Oh, that is so anger-inducing. Are they not testing their stuff on all browsers? Okay. Calm down. It's okay. It's all going to be good. Condition. Counted and complete. Might not have been even used. There we go. Still angry though. Now, it says UPC code, so I'll add that. So I generally have a rule where I try to do 4-to-1. So actually, it's a good example of that. So I paid $10 for this. Hopefully, I'll get 40, and that's this is Canadian, that's American. So if it brings down a bit, it's still about 4-to-1. That's kind of like the minimum I would like to make on stuff, especially if there's any work. It's just a simple rule I use. Unless something is really super easy. Like that car that was supposedly still sealed. Not a lot of work there, so. Okay. The way I keep the books balanced is I have a working capital balance and make sure that balance is the same at the end of the month. What is left is my wages. Yeah. Actually, I do the same kind of thing, but I was talking about like the more like the accounting, because when I do the accounting to see how much I spent on inventory, I can just download into Excel file from my credit card statement, and that will have how much well, all my transactions, and then I can just order them easily and figure out how much I spent, for example, at all the thrift stores on inventory. But the problem is if the I spent $100 at the store, really I spent $90 plus tax, and I need to, or like $10. What I just make it that number. I need to take that $10 back out again if I'm going to claim it. So it makes things a little more complicated. But for what you're talking about here, I do the same sort of thing. I use a 20-to-1 rule. So basically, I pay myself just like you do, like where you have a balance number, and then whatever is left is what you pay yourself in wages. So what I do is I pay myself weekly, and I have to have in my account 20 times or 20 weeks of that payment, and then I feel comfortable taking the same amount every month without even looking. And then if it gets to a certain level, like if my balance goes up enough, then I might increase how much I'm taking out every week. Or if my balance goes down, then I'll decrease the amount. And in fact, I just increased just a couple of weeks ago my weekly amount from 500 to 750. And of course, my sales have crept since then. But I have 20 weeks, so I don't have to worry about going up or down and worrying about that. Oh, Josh Paul. Yeah, I didn't know your first name either. Yeah, Stacia. Okay. So I just wanted to show quickly one of the cool things I think is cool. Anyways, I picked this up in a big box for $10, and it's faded on one side. So this is a tin toy. It's not in the best condition, but it was $10 for a whole box full of corgi and stuff like that, and it's really neat. And what used to be here is used to be a propeller. So like I said, this is a tin toy, and what's neat is you can take off the back here, and you can kind of see all the mechanisms inside. And this is me after I cleaned it, and it needs a lot more cleaning. But for $10, I'm not gonna trim like just this alone, even though it's faded, even though it's damaged. I think it's really neat. I think so. My wife actually was able to say ideate a little bit. We think it's Jeb, Jeb from France, and we based that basically on the style of the windows here. Now, in this condition, I have no idea how much it's worth. $100, maybe 80, 50. If it was better condition, 2, 3. But I haven't been able to ID it yet. So there's a question mark. But yeah, for $10, I'm not leaving that behind. Like I said, I got a whole bunch of cool stuff. But the other one I wanted to show was this really neat car. So it's a little rough, but like I said, it was part of that other box. And this is a micro racer, and this is from the 1950s. And what is really cool to me is, hopefully you can see that. Come on, stop for a second there. Made in U.S. zone of Germany, which is really cool to me. And as you can see, it has a bit of it's not in the best condition, but I think it's still worth about $30. Usually they have a key that will wind it up. Like I see if they're in good condition with the key, it can be 90 or $100. So, and I got a whole bunch of stuff. Nothing as interesting, I think, as these two, but it's worth getting out for that at least. So the boat I might actually just keep because I kind of like that stuff. Hey, Greg. Did you go? Do you go garage sailing on the weekends? I know you did estate sales and things like that, but do you get up early for this stuff? Oh, I had a few sales this weekend. Oh, tell me about them. Um, all my sales have been low, like 30, 40, maybe. I think the highest sale I had was an $80 one, which was kind of outside the range. The teacups is like three of them for like 60 American. So I'm like I lowered all my prices for a lot of my stuff, and I was going to purge all those low value, especially things like teacups. And of course, I procrastinated, didn't get to it, and of course, someone bought them. Can't blame them. Love the ship. Yeah, I'm really happy with the ship. Like, I just keep looking at it. It's so neat. I think it's really neat. You know, I think 30s to 50s, maybe 60s, but I'm not 100% sure. It was so dirty. This is, and it's faded and all that stuff, but I think it's neat. I think it was sitting in a box, honestly, for about 20 years. Just because the box is full of dust and cobwebs and like just a bit junk at the bottom. So, but I didn't even negotiate with them. I was just like, whoop whoop. Shulko's nice. Oh, is that the car? Yeah. That's how much I know about that. See, I don't know my toys that well. We had our Max Soul pickup Saturday, now in Massachusetts for the antique fair for the next 4 days. Oh, cool! You're down there right now. Oh, that's really neat for an antique fair. Oh, I'd love to do that. Maybe I can get my wife to go. Love the metal toys. Yeah, like the tin toy was really cool, and the metal toy, and I have like a whole bunch of like other uh, non-modern toys, a bunch of corgis and stuff like that. Dinky toys and stuff. I haven't cleaned up obviously yet, but okay. So let's just get this listed. Gifts. Goddess. One mistake I found I'd be making is that often I will just scan the UPC code and not go any further. Ooh, boobies. And so I'm wondering if I scan this and it gave me different results, and I shouldn't have picked this up. Okay. There we go. Get rid of this punctuation. Get rid of the word nice. And again, I'm just going to check Terpeak. I wonder if I picked up the wrong cards. I have to. Has anyone else done that? Like when you're buying a bunch of stuff and then you go to put some stuff back and you put back the wrong thing. I belong to that club. Okay, I don't feel like looking forever, so I'm going to defy logic, and I go $29.99. So what I'll do is just look at other ones. Yeah, $29.99. Let's just do that. Oh yeah. See if that is it still bugging me? Yeah, look at this bug. Craig, I don't. If you're still watching, Craig, have you seen this bug where it's like you can't get or maybe you're not using this thing, you can't get over? I bet you if I wasn't using Chrome, I wouldn't have this issue. But uncommitted, counted and complete. Very good condition. This is not a book. Why is it thinking this is a book? So actually, let's put in the UPC code. No, that's the right one. Okay. Like new. I'm comfortable with that. I highly recommend tarot cards. I think I sold some that are going out tomorrow. On our Tuesday night, Two Dog Sigs Hall Pass will be live tomorrow night to talk about day one. Awesome. You can put a link if you want, if you're able to. Usually, I'm sure you're mobile, so maybe not. But my whole 6 viewers, Bob and Heather and Becky from the Kennel Club are down here too. Oh, cool. Is that a glitch only in templates? Yeah, maybe. Dawn was talking about the glitch before that she was having the problem, and I hadn't seen it until just now. But I don't think I haven't listed in a week, so yeah, just maybe I haven't come across it. Okay, next, let's just do this classic raw Trivial Pursuit. I think it was $7, but it's in very good condition. Hey, Harry. Okay, since Harry is here, before he leaves, I just want to show him a couple of the things I found. So I found this, Harry. This is kind of cool. This is the propeller's missing. But this is a tin toy from France. Well, the mechanism's all inside. I'm sure it's heavily damaged. But it was $10 with a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's kind of cool. I think it's France, Jeb, 1930s to 50s tin toy. It's kind of cool. And in the same bag, Harry, was this micro racer. What I think is cool is it's like made in U.S. zone of Germany. It's also rough, but it doesn't have the key or anything. But I think it's really neat. 1950s, I think, maybe early 60s. I'm not sure how long the Western Zone lasted in Germany. So I know these were made in the mid 50s, and you would have thought the U.S. Zone was gone by then, but maybe not. Yeah, I really like this. I really like the boat, and I really like that card. I got a whole bunch of other stuff. Nothing as cool as that stuff, but still pretty neat. I might actually keep that stuff for a while in my collection. Take a page out of your book and keep it for a while. Okay. Trivial Pursuits. Okay, screwed up my shipping. Zero, I think. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna ask $54.99 or $59.99. It's in very good condition, I think. A little heavier though, so a little up. And since my custom templates are all screwed up, I'm gonna have to write this out. Counted and complete. In very good condition. Might not clean as well. I just don't like putting stuff like that in there. Boop. And done day. Boop. Hey, Tommy. I hope the weather in Delaware is as nice as it is up here. Ooh, what's going on? Go away. Okay, so a bunch of hellos. Pick this up. I thought my wife would want it. She said she wanted it. I had it down here for too long, so now I'm selling it. So I can't remember how much I paid, but it is new and sealed, so it might not be a big money maker, but you didn't have to count the pieces or do the puzzle. If people don't know, often puzzles will say how many pieces they have, but they're just guessing as well. So you can't just count the pieces; you have to actually do the puzzle. Put Dalmatians in there. If I can spell it. Where's it? Dalmatians. Okay, so one like this. And people are asking a lot, but they're not getting it, it seems. Out of curiosity. I asked 39. Not quite at the old style, though, where people couldn't get outside the house and everyone wanted to do puzzles all at the same time, including us, for some reason. In Germany. Germany makes puzzles? Sealed. List. Just to repeat for if anyone's changed up, no show tomorrow. I have family commitments. It's nice in Delaware, but now we're back to the 80% chance of rain on Saturday. Yeah, it's a long time from now. It'll change. It'd be nice. It's nice to be cool in the morning, though. Beautiful day here. Felt like 80, but never looked. I know I had brow sweat at post office. Don't have them come to your place to pick up stuff? Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this puzzle. I don't mind doing puzzles once in a while, but usually I just do the outer edges, then I get bored. Okay. This still sealed. I don't think it's worth a lot of money, but I kind of picked up just in case my wife wanted it. She did not. So up it goes. I made the mistake of buying something for myself. Well, not the mistake, but what you try to avoid, I guess. And I bought myself a telescope, and it's a big telescope. It's a refractor, which is like the long ones. It's a 90 millimeter opening, but it's missing parts. But I knew that when I bought it. It's missing kind of like the eyepieces and also the thing that makes it so you don't have to look right behind it. And it also included, it was $40, and it also included a go-to mount, but didn't have the go-to controller, which is a big part of it. But for $40, it's like, I want this, because I've never seen the Mars or Jupiter through a telescope before, and I heard it's mind blowing, and $40, you gotta buy yourself something once in a while. So I'm gonna have to put it, buy all the pieces online. Hopefully, it won't cost me more than just buying it outright new. Stencil cutter. That's exactly it. And this is a $14.99 job. Especially like you think they'd be really careful on not making buggy stuff when everyone's already complaining about the new tool and being forced to use it. Yeah, that ain't good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tommy, I've been thinking a bit about when you said that people are buying wants over needs. I think you said that on Scully's channel last night, especially with costs changing for everything. And I think you're right on. I think you might be right on that, because my sales have gone down quite a bit, and I don't do a lot of needs. I do mostly wants. So like toys. Like, I know you know this, but just in case other people don't. Like the tin toys. Like, that's not a need. That's a want. And I can see, like you're saying, sales could be down for that as people are prioritizing things like food that's gone up a lot, and gas that's gone up a lot. So, and the thing with gas is it affects everything else, like shipping, deliveries, bringing in supplies, all that stuff. So it's not just even a case of like it increases your costs when you're at the pump; it increases the cost in all the stores and everything. That being said, I'm not really going to change anything, because needs and wants for selling on eBay are almost quite different. Like, a need would be also maybe ink, but I already pick up ink. So if I was doing wholesale, maybe it would count more, but no, it comes in at like 9 a.m. to piss me off if I schedule. Oh, so you got to go and take it in. That's only shoes. My sales are insanity. They hit two things: needs plus also saving money over buying new. Yeah, you love your shoes, but you don't get bored. You really don't get bored. Like, for me, like, we've talked about math, and I know all that stuff, and I know about picking right and having average sales price, but I've been thinking about it. The thing that's holding me back is motivation. And for people who have ADHD, or for people who don't know, motivation for ADHD is a fickle beast. And if I could do one thing, it'd be able to control motivation, because if I can control that even a little bit better, everything else would be taken care of. And all of a sudden it can show up at 9 p.m. at night, or at an inconvenient time. Like I need to go to a family event, and all of a sudden I get motivated to do stuff. And because I know what I need to do, I know how to do it. I know why. It's just that you can't just turn on that spigot. For me, at least, I can't. I almost have been trying to, before I get bored of something, I'll switch tasks to something else just to try to prevent at least the boredom aspect to stop me from doing what I'm doing. Okay, next. Here's something everyone really needs to live. A VHS board game nightmare. I have 7 more of these things. I checked all the tapes, and then one of my VHS player ate one of the tapes. But I have 7 of these. I just got one ready. Not a big money maker, but I find a lot of these things. And I'm going to put a lot number with it, just so I know which one it is. I also like when I find the little ones. They're kind of... Okay, let's go US only, because it's screwing up the shipping. Well, people are getting good money for this. Huh. I wonder why. Well, I have a lot of these, so I'm going to be happy with $30.99 because I got a bunch more to go. But for shipping, it's an expensive thing, so just do this and go with that. Counted and complete. Box has lots there. Pieces and cards will have signs of use and wear. How much is my shipping? $16. So actually, not a bad deal. So maybe we just make it 44. So greedy. Oh, and I was going to put a lot number on this. So I'm just going to make sure I don't have any up for sale right now, because I want to confuse them. Although usually what I do is I take a look just to make sure that the one I'm sending is the right one, just by looking at the box. This is number 1. Oh, wow. It even kept... Oh, no, that's my photo. That's my photo. Okay. Let's get that up. I only think about it when I watch people have other stuff. Yeah, you're talking. Yeah, that's an answer to my "Don't you get bored?" But 80% of the time, I'm content, because every time my phone goes off, it's a great sale. Also, no decisions to make. Yeah, and I understand too, because you talked about how you're the sole or most of the income, so that makes sense. But even then, even stuff like that doesn't really motivate me all the time. Like, maybe I just get bored a little easier. And like, don't get me wrong, I like great sales too. But I don't know. I just need to mix it up maybe a bit more. But I do change up things, like one brand is a board, then another, then boots or flip flops. Yeah, that would help a little bit. So I really like, for me, I need to I think the newness part is just is a critical part for me, because I know I get bored, and like last time I started getting really upset with things in life is when I found I'd run out of things and I was bored, and running out of things had never been an issue for me. Okay, Hapo. Not a ton of money in these, but they've been around for a bit, especially my photos here. Hapo, Evil. I think I'll be lucky to get $14.99. When I first got these ready, there were two other figures, and I thought they were part of this lot, and they were not. We'll just use this one. This one here. I'll use this. Oh no, actually, two were damaged. I remember now. Yeah, two were damaged. One cool thing that happened this week is one of my customers actually sent me some art, which is really nice. I'm gonna frame them and I'm gonna put them in the back there once I did that. But that was so awesome of them. Okay, used condition will have marks and signs of use. Should be near the top. Why is there 3? Do we get left behind somewhere? Anyone fell out? The one in red's missing. Oh, here she is. She got in the wrong bag. Okay. Oop. I have loads of items that aren't shoes list, just no desire. Yeah, so yeah, I think if it's just like with the shoes, you have to clean them, you have to research them a little bit. You kind of always looking at the same sort of thing. So yeah, I have stuff I don't want to desire to list either, but I still finding the different stuff makes me want to list, like the tarot cards, the board games, the different toys, and all that stuff. I have so much crap. I've gone from an auction lot, so I'm clueless. Taking another load to donate. Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, it feels good. Like I have a huge box over there. I just another big bin I always have ready for donation stuff. I always keep stuff in the card to get coupons that is ready to donate. If it's low value, it just goes whoop, it goes out. But we talked about that before. It gets on your mind if you're not careful. Let's just do these little guys here. King, Queen. These are the Schluckles ones. Medieval. Let's say King. Hopefully that'll be good enough. Find them. Yeah, it's kind of like it. There they are. So that did not get much. That's an auction. So I'm gonna go $14.90 again. $14.99 again. These are quick to ship. What I would do with these guys is just wrap them in some bubble wrap, and just throw them in a poly mailer. That takes a lot less time than you might think. Good use condition of marks and where are you? Probably near the top. Get rid of all this crap. Get rid of this crap. Queen, I have no idea. I can say later. No, I'm not gonna say vintage. I don't think these are vintage. Feels good, but I know I'm throwing you money away. It's hard. Yeah. But if you're listing them, throwing away time and frustration and having to deal with customers and all that stuff. But yeah, I get that too. I kind of gotten over it though. It feels so good just to get rid of the stuff. Hey, David. We're doing well. Oh, 3 for a total of 60 pounds. Yeah, I'll put that in right now. How do I? Spot ready. The listing with me. 3, and I'm gonna say $100. Perfect. Thank you, David. Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling well, Harry. Okay. What time is it? Anyway, 2 more minutes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. If these are sealed, these are really good. This is not sealed. I didn't count the pieces. 3 game cards are included. I doubt it has that. So, I can sell as is with what you see is what you get. I must have been desperate a couple days, to find stuff. It's never a good time to go thrifting. Lego 87. Harry, I see you're still here. I was watching Scotty's channel a little bit last night. Popped in for a bit. They got so much good stuff. I was kind of jealous. I know Chris got a really nice camera, and you just look at that and go, "Oh my god!" Okay, this is gonna be another boring $14.99 one. This is the crap I should be leaving behind. Sometimes you never know. I do comp usually though before I go. Probably missing pieces, no cards, selling as is. I did pick up some nice 35 mils, but I haven't tested them yet, so you have to wait for next week. I think one's worth 80 and the other one's 150 maybe. Okay, this is Lego. There we go. screwed up these pictures a little bit. Such a weird main picture. That should be the main picture. All right. Okay, so let's get rid of all this information here. Make it partial. Okay. Harsh. All right. There we go. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Awesome. Well, that's it. That's another show. No, like I said, no show tomorrow. Family events. Thank you, everyone, for coming and chatting. I hope you have a good week. I hope you're garage sailing in the weekend coming up, or the process was good. And I'll see you all later. Bye. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, 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 pop.